One of my most viewed videos is about men that are choosing to pay for sex rather than actually get in relationships or date. And here's one of the comments from it. I'm 27 and been paying for it since 21. It's not that I just want that part. I made many different types of girls laugh and tried to form genuine connection, but they wouldn't give me a chance, so more peace to just pay for it and keep it moving. There's several comments under this of guys telling an extensive story about why they are paying for sex and giving a whole bunch of, from my point of view, unnecessary details in the comment section. It's all kind of strangers. So this has been an interesting response to this video, and I want to highlight that I understand that there are critiques that men can leverage at women, as many have done in the comment section. But many of those people that have those critiques still find ways to have some type of relations or relationships. So I think this isn't just about critiquing women because those men fall in one category, but I think it's a completely different category for the people that are choosing to pay for sex, because I know a lot of men that would never cross that line, who would say, all right, I'm definitely not paying for it. I may not be able to navigate through a relationship right now, but if I want sex, I can facilitate that without actually having to pay for it. So, in terms of this conversation, rather than making it deeper, I want to address some things generally that I see that might be putting guys in positions where they think they have to pay for sex because they're not getting uh, relational access through normal means. So here are just some things that may or may not apply to you, but they come up with men a lot in terms of getting rejected. So one is hygiene. There are a lot of guys that might think that they're a good person, but they don't recognize that hygiene or appearance play a part in somebody being interested in you. So, real simply put, I would challenge some of the guys to go smell all of their shoes right now. Go smell your shoes and see if they stink. Check your feet as well. Check under your nails. Things like that, even amongst adult men, tend to get overlooked. And the assumption is I'm not as bad as those other guys, so I should get a shot. But we don't really tend to consider how things that might be considered lesser details to us play a part in turning somebody on or off. So just real basic hygiene and appearance play a part, how you're presenting yourself. Moral consistency, I would say, is one. So many guys would gladly say, "Oh yeah, I'm a Christian." She'll ask a follow-up question. Okay, so do you believe in no sex before marriage? And then he'll probably smile and say something like, "Well, nobody's perfect." So moral consistency, where do you stand on things and sticking with those things? Uh, and it could just go on and on. There's being petty. There's a lot of guys who are insecure and are actually competing with the women that they're with rather than supporting her. And again, this isn't to paint women as perfect, but my focus in terms of my videos are always about things for men to consider. So, are you petty? Are you easy to get along with? Are you difficult? Are you easily offended? Do your emotions have to be coddled every 5 seconds? Um, these are things to consider. Angry. So many men anger management issues and just expect a woman to put up with that, with the assumption being that a ride or die will put up with my dysfunction. When in actuality, we should be dealing with those things beforehand so we don't have to be a burden to somebody else. And then lastly, this idea of sexual discipline. So many men have lived life giving in to every sexual impulse that they have. And they get in a monogamous relationship and assume that they'll just suddenly have the ability to be monogamous, but many of them don't. And then that gets exposed by virtue of the woman that's a casualty. So here's just some things to think about. Uh, we can go a lot deeper, but I just want to keep it general in terms of there might be some quick fixes you can do to have more success.